in Sydney today, which means I need to get straight to Bondi.
It turns out that my definition of fast travel is non-existent due to this thing called bookstores and cafes as well. I stopped in at Up South Bondi, which is a reasonably well-known cafe in the area, and I satisfied my cheesecake and coffee cravings. I decided to head down to Bronte first and take the coastal walkway up to Bondi rather than the other way round. The whole area around the eastern coast was obviously gorgeous. But unfortunately, some nice thunderstorms came over when I arrived at Bondi. I took cover at the pavilion and waited there for almost an hour, but it wasn't clearing up at all, so I decided to just take the bus back to my accommodation, and I had a bit of an early night. The next morning I headed to Primary Coffee, where I had the best coffee I had in all of Australia, before making my way around the waterfront towards some of Sydney's most famous attractions. Now I have to say, this building looks a lot nicer from further away, and up close the architecture is rather on the brutalist side, and apparently the interiors also follow that trend. I really enjoyed the views of the harbour bridge from here as well, which is a little smaller than I had imagined or envisioned for some reason, but it was still gorgeous overall. From here, I made my way back through the CBD and checked out some of the shopping malls along the way. The weather still wasn't the best, so I decided to have another early night. The next morning I stopped in at Anvers, a local spot that does insane baked goods. I got a pastry and a coffee and headed down towards Hyde Park to eat them. I find the fact that this park is called Hyde Park seriously entertaining as well, especially after having been in London's Hyde Park. I then caught the ferry from Central over to Manly, which is around a 30-minute boat ride up to the north. Manly is well worth visiting, as it's definitely super accessible and is similar but different to Bondi. It was really nice to finally have a day of sun, so I went for a swim before going for a little walk along the waterfront. On my last morning in the city, I went to the required Sydney classic Bake Bar, specifically the one in Paddington. From here, I went for a really long walk from Paddington to Double Bay to Rose Bay to North Bondi to Bronte to Coogee, and then I took the bus back. It was a really nice walk because my brain really just wasn't working to actually do anything, so I figured I would walk through all the suburbs to get an idea of where I might like to live and what sort of people I would see in each area.